Basically, we are most concerned with the waste. You know, most of the Gebeng folks and the Kuantan folks, we are very concerned on how they're going to manage the waste. According to Lynas, they have identified a few options of how to do so. One of them being that they're going to store the immediate waste, which contains thorium, in their site itself, which they say that they are able to store it for 18 months. Our question is, what happens after 18 months? Where is the next location they have identified to store the waste, you know? And also we want to know who is going to be the contractor to manage the waste, what the location is, where is it going to be, and when is it going to start. We need all these details, and they haven't given us a concrete answer, and we're not convinced with the answer they've given so far. And apart from that, they said that among the recycling methods they're going to use for thorium would be to place them in the roads, whereby it is part of a mixture of the tar when they make roads. I mean, who needs thorium in roads, and who I mean, thorium was never part of the ingredient in making roads, and on top of that, they are also saying that they're going to place them in concrete blocks, which makes up for like wave breakers like these you see around here. Yeah. Another question would be like, you do not need thorium to make wave breakers, you see. And our concern is also that this area encompasses of areas which were once mangrove swamps, and they have, as you know, mangrove swamps have got a lot of groundwater running through. So in this case, right, what happens if the storage vessel or the encasement breaks, you know, and leaks? So thorium will just naturally flow into the groundwater, and the groundwater will take it far and wide. It may even flow into the river. It may even flow into the water supplies of the communities here. It may even flow into the sea. As you know, thorium and radiation, especially being emitted from the thorium, is an invisible enemy, and we can't track where radiation goes. You know, these are our immediate concerns, and we have not gotten the full report yet from ALB, and ALB says they have the right to issue the operation. They are the ones to issue the operating license to Lynas. Our concern is, have you made it public? As claimed by one of the EU reports being done on rare earth globally, according to one of the segment in the report, it says that this Lynas, the AEI Environmental Impact Assessment Report, the EIA report, and the detailed Environmental Impact Assessment Report has not been made public and is not available online. So our question is, why? Doesn't the rakyat deserve the right to know? You know, after what happened in Bukit Merah, the Asian rare earth incident, the people have not even been consulted regarding this project. A lot of them only found out through the New York Times article, which came out, the one written by Keith Batcher 2 months back. Why does it take an article to inform people of such a project? The state government should be held accountable for not making this public when it was first mooted in the first place.
Kamera ada tak boleh masuk.
Lagi ni siapa? Apa tak boleh masuk? Semalam, kapan hari ni? Lama dah. Tapi ramai dah masuk keluar. Ambil gambar.
Dia tak kena.
Oh,
tahu dah kena.
Yang semalam kecoh tu macam mana tu?
Kecoh.
Kita orang dengar ada kecoh ah. Pagi-pagi tu.
Dia kecoh buat kami tu ini lah.
Ha.
response was very overwhelming, and people get to hear the real facts as opposed to the presentation that is very biased that was presented to us. So people see these visitors from Bukit Merah, and they are the real victims. Sometimes we don't see, we don't know, but basically when we really meet these people, we know their story. Actually, many of them already passed on, and they have been forgotten. Not that we want to forget them, but people have forgotten them. So this is a loss, for the people's lives. They were destroyed. What was the thing about this Asian rare earth in Bukit Merah and now is the same thing. The same thing is that this is rare earth industry, and the same thing about that is that the government at that time told them that it was safe. But the results in history show that this has happened as a tragedy, and people are still paying for their lives until now. To us right now, we don't want this thing to happen. We don't want people to wake up from a bad dream and think that they still want to go on with it. Okay, so if we wake up from a bad dream, we can say, okay, we don't want it. Let's change our direction. All right, for the sake of the children. And when the other side is that we're talking about history has already been written in Bukit Merah. How they wish time can be changed, they can turn back time. We cannot reach the time whereby we will also wish that we can turn back time. Yeah, that would be impossible to do. So what we do now is that when the government told them it was safe, government had a chance at that time with this project, and we don't want to go down this road again. Bukit Merah visitors, I'm very thankful for them willing to actually come and help us. They are going to go back to their hometown, and they will actually get their people, the whole state of Perak, to stand with us in the whole state of Pahang, and we are against this industry in our country. And we have received contact from other people from JB. Some retired uncles are actually trying to organize an event for me to go down with some medical background people to actually present the facts, the true facts about the danger of this rare earth industry. And we're trying to reach every small town as well if it's possible, and we will tell everybody all about it. We can see MP Robin Chappell, and I think he is helping us because he is truly compassionate to the real cause that we're trying to save the children. And he has actually written a letter that is open, and we could see the letter that he was saying that he noticed that there was Lynas operations success in getting into Malaysia is based on a loophole in our legal system, and it would not look good just because of taking advantage of our loophole at the stake of the cost of the livelihood and the lives of our future children. And for us, every child is important right now, and if there's one child who's going to be handicapped, right, that child is important to us because we don't want the child to have a destroyed life. So our standards are very high, not one child's life to be wasted with people thinking about technology and future profit in business. No, this is not what we want. They're simply not worth the price for the children.
Yesterday, close to 200 residents, claiming to be residents of Kuantan, held a demonstration at Parliament to protest against the project. Critics worry about health and environmental risks posed by a low-level radioactive waste from the site, citing bitter lessons from a rare earth plant by Mitsubishi Chemicals in Bukit Merah, Perak, that is still undergoing a massive cleanup after shutting down in 1992. Lynas has defended the plant in Gebeng as environmentally safe with state-of-the-art pollution control.